Hey, my loves, and welcome to a timeless reading of love and kind of your person. And when we say your person, of course, I am thinking of, whomever you think of when I say your person. So this doesn't have to be somebody that you are already in a relationship with. It could be somebody that you want to be in a relationship with, that kind of thing. But if you do enjoy this, please do like, subscribe, share, hit that notification bell, all the other great stuff. So that I can keep doing these videos and hopefully keep giving some of you some information that you might find helpful. Also, I have put up a series on this channel, or will be putting it up depending on the time frame, about mood and how different things scent-wise are altering your mood. I am burning candles right now. I have incense. I have perfumes on, and we do all that a lot of times to change our mood. So if you enjoy those kinds of things, please do check that out. I will be doing some reviews of scents that I enjoy, that I think can or can't change your mood depending on, certain factors. But without further ado, let's go ahead and get in here. This is a timeless reading, okay? So whenever you watch it, it will be applicable to you. Also, it's a general reading, so please do take what resonates. Toss the rest. If it doesn't apply to you, then, check out one of our other readings and see what's going on there. But what we're going to do here is this side is going to be what you are perceiving of your person. And again, when we say person, it's whomever you think of when I say that, right? And what your person is thinking of you, okay? What your person wants you to kind of know, or what they would like to show you, do for you, those kinds of things. And then this side will be what you kind of, what your person to know, or what you would like to kind of perceive with them. And the last row here is going to be, will they come to you? Will they not come to you? What will their actions be towards you? Okay. And this side will be, what is your actions toward them? The center card here we are going to do is what you don't see coming. And we're going to pull on the bottom of the deck here for your challenge card. And the challenge card is the Knight of Cups. Okay, so we'll get into that a little bit later. We can also clarify some things later should we need to. But let's kind of take a look and just see what we're looking at here for you and your person. Right now, I see the World card. Okay, I see the Three of Wands in reverse for you, and the Queen of Wands. So for many of you, I feel like the way you're kind of dealing with your person, or what's going on with your person at this time, is that you feel like you've come to a point of completion with the World card, okay? You're at a place where you're kind of either, you feel like it's time to move on to something better, not necessarily away from them, but maybe you need to escalate your relationship to a new level. You've kind of taken this level as far as it can go. So you're tired of being a boyfriend, girlfriend, you want to move on to husband, wife. You're tired of living separate, you want to take it to the next notch of living together. But whatever it is, you feel like there's a completion, okay? Now, for some of you, you may be on a break type situation where you feel like things aren't moving the way you want to. You need to take a break. It's come full circle on this at this point, and you just don't know yet what to do, where you're gonna go. So you may be on a break. The Three of Wands in reverse lets me know that, I feel like you're not necessarily surveying it, you're taking a step away from it, right? You are kind of giving them the space or the kind of ball in their court to make the decision for you. Not necessarily make the decision, but make a move, right? You feel like you've done what you can do. You've probably spoken your piece, you've put it out there, and you are waiting to see, are they going to move your relationship to the next level, or is this something where you've given an ultimatum, you step back and they're not going to do anything, right? But you are kind of like, I don't want to I'm tired of thinking about it. I'm tired of dealing with it. It'll be what it'll be. I want you to take it and run with it. If you don't care to do that, then it is what it is. Because this Queen of Wands here is letting me know that you feel like you are in a strong position. You feel like you're fine either way. At this point, you feel like either they're going to do the things that you want them to do and it's going to go in the right way, or if it's completed, you're okay with that. You're strong enough to deal with that at this point. Maybe it's been a long time coming for some of you where you've kind of separated a little bit and you're like, if they come back with some grand gesture, something like that, that would be something I'd listen to. But at this particular point, I'm okay either way. And I feel like that's how you are specifically. I feel like you're at that point where you are tired of sweating it out, right? So how are they feeling at this moment? And I have the 2 of Cups in reverse, the 5 of Wands in reverse, and the Emperor card in reverse. So these are some kind of interesting cards because I feel like this person is feeling very vulnerable, okay? That Emperor in reverse is letting me know they're not on their top, feeling their best game. I feel like they're feeling a little bit vulnerable. I feel like you guys have had some conflict. Perhaps you have kind of had a little bit of a break, or perhaps you have had to give them an ultimatum, or perhaps you've mentioned something about let's move forward and they haven't, really jumped to that quick enough for you or in a way that you feel is right. And so I feel like it's turned everything upside down, right? They're no longer fighting with you, okay? And this 2 of Cups, this communication and coupling and peace and happiness is upside down right now. I just really feel like they are tired of the fighting. They are tired of all of that, but it's ceased a little bit for you guys. So I do feel like there is some sort of kind of, you've hit a head, right? Things have come to a head for you guys, whether that be like you're letting them make a decision to move forward, or you are saying, this is either change or it's over kind of thing, whatever it is. I feel like right now, with the fighting having stopped and also the coupling kind of stopped, they're not feeling great about this. I feel like they are much more vulnerable, much more disturbed and upset about this than you are. You are Queen of Wands energy. You're like, I can take it either way. They are really like, I don't know what to do. I was okay when we were still fighting because it felt like there was something there to fight for. I was okay when we were at least still together more so, or communicating more so. But now that that's kind of flipped upside down, I feel like they're the ones that are a little bit less comfortable right now. Okay. So let's see how going forward this feels, how you perceive them and how they perceive you. So here we have the 7 of Pentacles in reverse. We have the 4 of Wands in reverse. I'm sorry, that was 7 of Wands in reverse. My apologies. 4 of Wands in reverse and the 9 of Pentacles in reverse. So for you, I feel like you are just feeling like you're okay stepping back. Right now, that's what you need to do. Ultimately, you feel like stepping back and letting it ride is kind of what you feel best doing, right? You're okay with not making any changes in yourself right now to accommodate or get what you need. You're okay. You've done enough of that maybe. Or maybe you just are like, either they'll deal with it the way I am or they won't. I'm okay. Your foundation with this person, the way you see a foundation with them, a home, a happiness, a life with them, you're like, I'm okay not fighting for that right this minute, right? We'll see. I'm okay. The Knight of Pentacles in reverse is kind of letting me know that this could potentially be something where, there was some financial strife as well, or maybe communication issues. You guys didn't see things on the same level as far as jobs and finances and money and buying things. And perhaps, again, that is something where, you're wanting to move forward. You're wanting to get a house together. You're wanting to have kids together. You're wanting to, move forward. And part of it is they're like, okay, no, but I'm not ready to, move forward financially. I don't have the financial offers and opportunities to give you yet. And you're thinking, no, you do, you just don't want to, right? I see that because I feel like they have the Emperor energy. It's just off right now. Okay. They haven't given you what you needed. And I think you are completely fine with everything kind of just being on hold, right? You're okay being in limbo right now. You're like, it's fine. They'll either come through or they won't. For them, we have the Judgment in reverse, Strength in reverse, and the 8 of Pentacles. So I feel like this person's, again, everything in their world is turned upside down here, right? Their strength is weakened. And with that falling below the 5 of Wands in reverse, it lets me know that as long as they could fight with you, they felt strong, right? They felt like there was still something to fight for. They felt like there was still something to hang on to, right? But once that was taken away, once you were kind of like, I'm done fighting for things. I'm done trying to plead my case. I'm done trying to, get my way or argue with you over the finances or the home or what we should do next. I'm done with it. They kind of feel like, oh my gosh, I've lost power. I've lost footing. I've lost strength. I've lost, pretty much everything at this point. They are really uncomfortable, it feels to me. With Judgment upside down, I feel like they just don't know what to do. They don't know how to approach this. They don't know how to go forward, because I feel like you guys are in a really, really unique situation for your relationship. I feel like in looking at all of these cards so far anyway, that you've put in so much effort, so much energy into trying to make them see your side, trying to make them understand how you feel, trying to make them, really kind of step into your shoes. And you just feel like at this point, it's like, I'm done. I don't care anymore. It'll be what it'll be, right? And for them, they're like, oh my gosh, they've given up. They've given up on me. They see you as giving up on them, right? And they don't know what to do. They don't know how to decide how to deal with it, with you guys not being, right there together every second or every day, or talking or communicating or fighting or whatever, right? They've lost strength because they feel like they've lost footing. They've lost control. There's nothing left to say for them. And as long as they felt like you were there still fighting for it, they felt like there was something to hang on to. And so now it's kind of like they can't even concentrate to move forward financially. They can't even concentrate to kind of decide what to do. And I think that's a big part of it, though. Again, I feel like this right here, falling under that Emperor in reverse, I do feel like is a big situation. So for many of you, not all of you, but for many of you, I feel like finances has been a major kind of hurdle for you in this, right? So maybe a lot of your fighting was about, you're saying, look, we can make this work. We could do this. We could do that. We could, and they're just saying, oh, I don't have the finances to do that right now. Or I don't have the money. We need to wait till it's the perfect time. And you're thinking, I've waited long enough. I've tried to explain to you, that's just not working out. And I think finances do play a pretty pivotal role. And that's why I do feel like you're like, I'm not worried about whether they're going to invest in me financially anymore, invest in our future, invest in our home, our lifestyle, our growth, whatever. Okay. Now, how will they come to you? And this is going to be interesting for me. I haven't looked at it yet, really quick here. But it is going to be interesting because I really feel like everything so far is like their world upside down. They do not know how to respond to you kind of stepping away, quitting the fighting, quitting the almost caring as they feel, right? So they're kind of like, what in the world? So how will they come at you, right? Well, the first thing is the 8 of Swords in reverse. And I do feel like they are going to eventually loosen up, right? They're going to come where they don't feel so bound by, oh my gosh, what do I do? And they are going to approach you. I feel like that's going to happen. They are going to decide to approach you. Now, what they're going to do here, let's see. We have the 3 of Swords in reverse. So I do feel like they are, I feel like they're going to want to try to help heal this situation. Once their initial shock is over, and I feel like that's really where they are now. They're in shock. They're in shock that maybe you've stopped fighting for them, you've stepped back from them, maybe you've even talked about it's okay for us to see other people or whatever, or you've stopped pursuing them if this was a new type person and you've been pursuing, and they were kind of like, now that you've stopped, they're like, what do I do? But I feel like they want to heal that relationship, right? And, with this 10 of Pentacles, okay, and this is falling under the Judgment and the 2 of Cups, right? So I feel like absolutely those of you specifically who've had a lot of hurdle with the financial situation, and maybe the hurdle's not even there, right? Maybe you're like, you do have the money, you're just not willing to put me above your work, your savings, you're not willing to go out on a limb for me, right? To buy that house, get that ring, have that kid, whatever the next step is, or take time to even take me on a date. Maybe they won't even take you out for dates and you're trying to pursue them if this is a newer person. I do think they are going to come up off of it. Okay. I think they're going to start saying, you know what, it's important that I realize that the money will come, the times will come. If you wait for the perfect time, it's never going to happen, because there's always going to be, hidden expenses or an unresolved situation, or you cannot plan for everything. So I'm going to put my resources towards, making a move, healing our relationship. I do feel like that is absolutely something they are going to do. Now, how are you going to respond to that? That's the question. So we have the Page of Pentacles. And I think this may be something where you are entertaining the idea of someone coming to you with that kind of opportunity, with it being a Pentacles, right? You are willing to accept that, but you are willing to, with it being a Page, I feel like you're willing to accept it with real skepticism, okay? You're like, we'll see. They can say they're going to take the steps. They can say they're ready to do this. They can say, you're more important than my savings, my job, my this, my that, financial stuff. But you'll believe it when you see it. The offer may be brought to you, but I think that you're still very much going to kind of reserve judgment on this. You're not going to jump right back into it or jump right into this relationship head first right now. You're okay where you are. The High Priestess here, the two opposing, confusing type situation here. I feel like this is what's clarity for you. With it being in reverse, I feel like you're having clarity, right? I feel like you are starting to understand that you've kind of put it in perspective that they need to be the one to show interest. They need to be the one to put the effort in. You've done long enough, and you're willing to listen, but you're going to keep both options open. So if you were seeing someone else, if you were kind of going out on your own, if you were kind of backing off, I think you're going to kind of be in that kind of limbo zone a bit. I don't think you're going to jump headfirst, like I said, back into them. Now, with the Nine of Pentacles here, I feel like this is something where you have an empowerment, okay? And that's falling under your Queen of Wands up here. So I do feel like you have an empowerment. So maybe throughout this process, you have started focusing more on yourself, working more on yourself, or maybe that's what you're planning to do. So that you don't get into a situation again, where if this person does pull the rug out from under you, if they do promise these things and then not, make good on that promise, then you're still set. You're still very independent. You're still okay. Because up here, you've already kind of made this decision. I feel like that things have come as far as they can at this point. You're willing to listen, but that's about it. You're not willing to keep giving. You're not willing to keep relying on somebody else for your happiness. And I think that's really a good positive thing here. So I do think you are becoming way more independent, way stronger, way more in control. And I feel like they are realizing just how important you are. So I do feel like they absolutely are starting to see at this point that they are not happy being away from you. They don't care. They'd rather fight with you every day than not see you, right? It's that kind of situation. So I think that that's how things are. Now, what you don't see coming here, we have the Ace of Wands in reverse, right? So I do feel like that is basically your energy. And I feel like you both don't see that coming. For them, they are completely upside down here with you kind of stepping back and kind of growing some gumption and some, self-respect. And I'm not going to chase you. I'm not going to follow you. I'm not going to keep being your lapdog. I'm not going to keep hanging around waiting for you to make good on promises. I'm not going to keep begging you for that next step or whatever. I think that this power that you never had before, right? You've never had this power before. That's kind of a shock to everyone, right? Because at this point, for them, that's kind of like you've taken the power away and they did not see that coming. You've taken their power away, okay, by stepping away. For you, it's kind of something where you have taken all your strength and energy and effort and all of that, and you've put it down and you've said, you know what, I'm stepping back. The ball's in your court. You can pull out your Ace of Wands energy and put forth all of that fiery, hot, extreme effort and everything towards me, or you can do without. I don't mind either way, right? So I think that that is really going to be the shock, is is your attitude. And I think if that's something that you haven't really got this point yet, but you're feeling that, you're feeling like something's got to give, I think that's your best step. From everything I see here, the best step is for you to work on yourself, for you to be more independent, and for you to stop chasing, okay? Attract, right? So I really feel like that's what's going to be the best for you, because when they start seeing that, it's going to turn the world upside down. They're not going to like it, and they are going to want to try to fix things. And that's ultimately maybe what you want, or at the very least, you'd like that option, right? So your big challenge here, though, is going to be the Knight of Cups. And that is going to be allowing them to come into you at a, you know, a kind of slow, steady, caring pace, right? And for you, maybe it's like, okay, finally, they're giving me something, right? Finally, they're giving me something. I want to jump right back in there. And the big challenge for you is going to be, you know, can you just kind of allow them to come back in and, you know, but without losing yourself, without falling right back into your old patterns. Because I do feel like the challenge for them too is going to be coming at you in the first place. It appears they've never done that before. It appears you've been the one doing the pursuing or putting in all the effort or the trying and the working hard at this relationship. And I feel like, you know, this is the big challenge, is the situation has to be reversed, right? That's the big challenge. They need to be the one pursuing, and you need to be the one to allow them to pursue without kind of going head over heels right back into it, right? And old patterns. So I do think you can absolutely do that. I think if you're kind of concerned about how you should address this at the point and you're at a situation where you're like, something needs to give, I think that's your best bet. Take a step back and allow them to see how they feel when you're not always there, not at their beck and call, not at their, you know, everything being about them. And if you're already in that situation, I think this is what you're going to see very soon, if you haven't already, is that they are going to start coming to you, prioritizing you, and it's going to be up to you to kind of still, in the face of that, stay kind of solid, maintained, allow that to come to you, but without, you know, losing your independence, jumping right back in, relying on them, depending on them, you know, everything like that. Keep that in mind. So I will pull 3 cards here for kind of what your future here in the next couple months might entail with this person. Certainly if you do follow these kinds of patterns, and see what we can find out for you. Alrighty. All right, so I do see that we have the 9 of Pentacles, which is what we had here. And I feel like you're really working on your independence, and you need to continue to do that. That's going to be of major importance. We have Ace of Cups energy. So I do feel like as you become more independent, as they start to pursue you, you're going to go from that situation where you have felt very much kind of needy, maybe, and that may not be the best word, but kind of, you know, not in the driver's seat, more pursuing, more kind of like, why don't they pay enough attention to me? Why don't they give me what I want? I don't understand why they're not, you know, doing what I want them to do, or, you know, why am I second fiddle all the time to work or everything else in their life, right? To the fact where you're going to be much more in command, much more in control, much more in the driver's seat, being the one pursued. And I think that's all positive. However, we do have Devil energy here, okay? So the one thing I would say about this is there could be other people coming into your life, and you may want to try to see what's out there, right? So if you're seeing someone else or someone has been pursuing you, be careful, okay? Because these are the kind of people who can tie you to them. If you look at the card, tie you to them. And then when this person does try to come into your life, you know, if you run and tie yourself to somebody else, they could be bad for you. This could be for some people too, that this is an energy for this person, that if you jump too fast and let yourself go and your own pursuits go, you could get right back into a situation where you're tied to this person and you're right back in your old patterns again, doing the same thing. Not to say that they're the devil, but the situation is a devil energy situation for you, because it is their happiness really at the expense of your own happiness, independence, peace, strength, that kind of thing. So again, I do think that this is just kind of a warning from spirit to let you know, do not fall back into those same patterns with this person or anyone else, right? Do not pursue, attract, right, instead of chasing. And I think everything will be really, really good for you in the next few months with this relationship. If that is what you want, I think that's going to be a very big opportunity for you. Okay. So I hope this resonated with you. If it did, please do like, subscribe, share, hit that notification bell, all that other great stuff. It would mean a lot to me. It helps me grow my channel. And also if you do enjoy other things about kind of scent profiles and how things kind of affect your mood, again, this theme of really working on yourself, making yourself feel better, stronger, more healed, happier, healthier, all of those things, they really do kind of apply to how you see life and how you view life and how you make moves towards someone else or allow them to make move towards you. And so many of these scents nowadays are really kind of, again, trying to claim that they do make differences in that and can change the way you feel about yourself and all of these good things. So I'm going to kind of be checking into that, kind of seeing what do these different scents do for me that are claiming these things. Do they make me feel calm or happy or peaceful of these things? Or is it kind of, you know, maybe it works for you, maybe it doesn't. So do check out that if you're interested or if you just like scents in general. Otherwise, I will be back with some general readings very shortly. Bye.